Ito yung sinasabi ko, may papakita ko sa inyo. Ito yung sinasabi ko na nakakatawa talaga. So funny. Ito yung pinaka nakakatawa. Ewan ko kung kulang lang itong si Hey Darian sa ano, baka gusto ka lang nitong chupageti. Hindi ko maintindihan na baka gusto lang niya. Atat na atat siya, oh. Oh. We'll say this again. Tory can become our second president from beautiful... Presidente? Ay. Richard, anong tinitira mo? Hindi, ako tanong lang po ito, wala po akong pagbibintang dito. Anong tinitira mo? Rugby ba o amoy ng medyas mo? Hindi. Ano ba tubig nyo? Tubig kanal? Hindi ko magets eh.
Gago!
Bakit ganyan yung utak mo? Presidente? Seryoso ka ba dyan? Presidente? Baka nga dumalaw lang yan sa isang lugar. Langawin yan eh. Tapos sabihin mo, presidente? Ewan ko is this a desperate move dahil walang pantapat kay BP Sara Duterte at sure shot na si BP Sara Duterte na maging presidente? Di ba? Hindi ako nagtatanong lang ako Nagtatanong lang ako, is this, ganito ba kayo ka-desperado na maghanap ng kandidatong itatapat kay BP Sara Duterte dahil alam nating lahat na sure shot na si BP Sara Duterte sa 2028? Kaya kayo ngayon naghahanap ng kahit sino na lang na pwedeng lumaban? Ganun. Dahil alam niyong kulelat lahat ng kalaban ni BP Sara Duterte? Garabing desperasyon to Totoo. This is a very desperate move. Grabe talaga. Ewan ko na lang kung anong, di ba? Ewan ko na lang kung ano talaga yung yung pinaguhugutan mo nito eh. Oh, anyway, ito, panoorin naman natin. Huwag tayong umalis dito sa issue ng flood control project. Oh, panoorin natin to Oh. Kasi maganda din yung mga sinabi dito eh. Exciting to.
Can you tell us more about this? And sino po ang tumanggap nitong mga documents?
Well, that was last month, Sunday, when the president, came to the city of Baguio conduct inspection along Cannon Road. Dalawang projects yung pinuntahan niya dyan, the Rockshed project, wherein he was really disappointed and frustrated. Galit na galit siya nung nakita niya yung state nung Rockshed after the typhoon. And then after that, we went to Camp 3, where we saw the what's this damage rock netting. At pinakita ko rin sa kanya yung mga cat's eye. Tapos I turned over some documents. It's sort of a president's briefer para mas madali niya makita. Yung quick look kung yung mga different projects na nagkakaroon ng mga anomalies.
So, am I to believe, sir, that what you sent the president after the inspection in Tuba, Benguet, are documents related to the Rockshed issue and dinagdagan niyo po sa issue ng mga cat's eye?
Pero pati yung pinadala ko rin sa kanya yung mga binigay ko rin. Kasama lang doon lahat naka-compile lahat yun. Pati yung roadside barrier, pati yung the road that leads to nowhere.
Grabe, no? The road that leads to nowhere.
Substandard na mga buildings niya sa Baguio General Hospital Medical Center.
So all in Baguio, basically that area, sir?
Baguio and Benguet.
And Benguet. Sir, saan si the road that leads to nowhere?
Come again, napipi?
Saan po yung the road that leads to nowhere na isinabit niyo po?
Sa Baguio yun sa Baguio area. Ito yung from Luwacan at sana magka-terminate sa Cannon Road pero hindi matapos-tapos. It is being funded multi-year pero hindi matapos-tapos, hindi ma-terminate sa Cannon Road. At bumabagsak na, nagkakaroon na ng erosion yung kanyang mga roadsides at talagang very challenging yung kalsada na yun. Kaya talagang di rin namin alam kung bakit ginawa yan. There was no consultation with the local government, no public engagement also with the communities that are actually residing there.
Sino nagpagawa, Mayor?
Yung DPWH. Department of Public Highways. At yung allegedly this is it was the fund was actually provided by the former Congressman Mark Go.
The former congressman, did you say Mark Go, sir?
Yeah, former Congressman Mark Go.
Okay. So, yun po yung issue doon. And with that, sir, are you supposed to have a meeting with the president about, I guess, more revelations or insights you have regarding infrastructure or pangungurakot, SOP, etc., sir?
Well, nabanggit ko nga sa kanya yung mga cost nung pinakita ko sa kanya yung cost nung project, and at the same time we showed them yung nagdala ko ng isang civil engineer, the president of the Institute of Civil Engineers. Tapos in-explain niya kung ano yung nangyari diyan, ano yung mga flaws, ano yung why is it that the project was only limited to that area. Dapat sana kinover na niya mismo yung isang vulnerable na site. And besides, pinakita niya na, sir, kung dito, kasi merong contentious issue doon eh. Sinasabi kasi na stay up pa naman eh. Nakikita nila na stable. Paano nila sabi ng engineer? Paano magiging stable, sir? Kung titignan mo, merong ang retention wall dito, retaining wall rather. So bakit hindi na lang nila in-extend dito? And look at pinakita yung river, nakita nga namin yung gabion wall. It looks like, pati yung gabion wall substandard din ang pagkakakonstruct.
Malaking tulong, Mayor, that the president went there.
Yes. He was, alam mo, yung expression ni Presidente, talagang galit na galit siya. Very frustrated siya.
All right. But is there, so meron na kayong pinadalang mga dokumento, this is with regards to Baguio, Benguet, but that's it. Yun lang po yung mga papeles or dokumento na isinumite ninyo.
Yes, most of the were photographs, tapos numbers, actually. Was just a brief description of the project.
All right. Mayor, I don't know why, but it seems that the camera is moving, no? All right, that's much better. Thank you, sir. Let's talk about this, the investigations that are happening. One, the Senate will have its day 2 of its investigation into flood control projects this coming Monday, kung saan ipapatawag na po yung ilang mga, sinapina na po rather, itong mga contractors. And then of course the House hearing that will start on September 2. That's a Tuesday. Have you been invited to the House hearing, or were you even invited in the Senate hearing, sir?
Yeah, lagi nga nila ako hinahamon dyan sa House of Representatives, pero wala naman silang pinapadalang notice. And besides, kung nakatanggap naman ako ng notice, with all due respect to the House of Representatives, of course I will attend. Ganun din yung sa Senate, wala naman ako natatanggap na any notice whatsoever that I will attend the Senate hearing.
So you're ready, sir, whether it be the Senate or the House?
Yes, I will attend definitely kung makatanggap ako ng notice.
Mayor, ang sabi po sa House, kung kayo po ay iimbitahin, maganda po magdala kayo ng mga dokumento and name names. Is this something that you will be able to do in the event that you are invited and you show up, sir?
Well, sabi ko nga po, that would depend on I will reveal everything. That would depend on their questions. But what is important here is, sabi ko nga, they should not treat me as an accused. They should treat me as a resource person.
Yun lang, patay tayo dyan kasi alam mo naman pag nag-invite ang Kamara kakayanin nila to si Magalong na alam mo ako honestly nag-aantay ako sa mga revelasyon ni Magalong kasi medyo matagal na itong nagsasalita pero to be honest medyo parang wala pa. Hindi ko naman sinasabing wala talaga. Pero parang wala pa, parang hindi pa, hindi ko pa matansya kung bakit hanggang ngayon wala pa siyang mabanggit na particular. Unlike yung kay Marcoleta, na detalyado pag nagbanggit siya tungkol sa contractor, ano ginagawa ng mga contractor na ito, di ba? Dito, parang wala siyang, hindi pa niya pinapangalanan, puro sana lang. Again, I'm not being negative o pessimistic about sa mga revelation nito ni Magalong. Pero bitin pa ako eh. Kaya I really want na sana maimbitahan na siya sa kamera para tingnan natin. Meron bang substance yung sinasabi ni Magalong o baka naman wala? Yeah, at least pag nano natin yun, malalaman na natin. Ewan ko kung ano mangyayari.
They should allow me to present deliver my presentation and my message or manifestation.
Sa presentation, sir, would you be able to present documents that will point to corruption doon po sa stakeholders, whether it be politicians, the DPWH, or contractors? If you were to present that in the House hearing, ito po ba
Absolutely.
makakapagturo na? Okay, go ahead, sir.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you. Absolutely. Siyempre, yun naman ang gusto nila makita, di ba? Useless lang naman kung magsasalita lang ako corruption without presenting anything. So I need to present some proof that there's massive corruption that is happening in various projects of the PWH and also especially with of flood control.
Ready na po kayo doon? Handa na po kayo doon?
Yeah, handa na kami doon. Naghihintay na lang nga ako ng tawag nila.
Opo. Mayor, will you be able to name names? Sabihin po natin, politicians.
Yes, politicians.
In Congress.
Yeah, of course, definitely in Congress.
In both houses of Congress?
Hindi ko gaanong abot yung sa Senate. Ang abot ko lang is admittedly dun lang sa House of Representatives.
And if you... Go ahead, sir.
I would prefer to appear sa House of Representatives.
Yung pong, so wala ho kayong, sabi mo, hindi nyo abot. In other words, wala kayong mapapangalanan. Yung po ang pagkaintindi ko ng mga senador. Pero meron kayong mapapangalanan ng mga congressman or maybe congresswoman. Ano po? How many, sir? Ilan ho inyong ma-identify o mapapangalanan?
Siguro, Pinky, hintayin na lang natin na tawagin ako at doon ko na lang i-reveal lahat para hindi anti-climactic.
Pero yung numero po na 67, ilang beses na po lumabas yun?
Yeah. You're cutting out.
Okay. Mayor, sabi mo nga, ayaw mo sabihin dahil anti-climactic, pero lumalabas na ho kasi yung numero na 67 na congressmen or women, ano po. Yun ho ba, more or less, yung papangalanan ninyo?
Alam mo, maski na doon sa 67, hindi naman lahat doon involved sa anomaly siguro. I presume. Alam mo, although there were 67, and probably higher pa siguro yan kasi yung 67, Pinky, ito yung mga well-known contractors na before they became a congressman. Iba pa yung naging congressman tapos nakita niya masarap pala maging contractor. Kaya siya naging contractor after being a congressman.
Grabe,
iba pa yung
no?
congressmen or congresswomen na kanilang pamilya, member of their family are also contractors. Pero ang
Grabe.
noon, sila rin ang contractor doon. Kaya baka mas marami pa yung numbers actually.
More than, sabi mo nga, it could be more than 67. But to clarify, Mayor, you were saying that it could be more than 67, but tama ho ba yung aking pagkarinig, they may not necessarily be involved in anomalous deals?
Yes, many of them. Unang-una, alam
Not
mo...
sir, not involved in anomalous deals.
Yes. Alam mo, yung 67 did not actually come from me.
I know, sir.
67, yes, was revealed by Senator Lacson and based on his credible na informant.
I know when we last talked about that, sinabi mo nga galing kay Senator Pingyon, and looking back at research, yes, is nanggaling nga po kay Senator Pingyon. Pero ito po ay is something you're confirming. In fact, you're saying it's more than that. But may caveat nga, not all of this could be involved in corruption.
Yes.
All right.
Wala pa tayong matibay na lead kasi na nakikita na all of them are actually involved.
Would you say it's a little hard to actually link them? Number one, obviously, Mayor, wala naman ho talagang magiging paper trail ito, hindi ho ba? Dahil kung
Yan,
kung may
magandang question yan.
naman po talagang bigyan ang isang politiko, eh hindi naman po tatanggap ng resibo yan at sinabing tumanggap ako ng 3 milyon o 10 milyon. How do we trace this? For example, sir, sabihin po natin si Batangas 1st District Congressman Leviste. I'm sure you know this, sir. He filed a complaint against a district engineer, si Calalo po, after an alleged 3 million bribe to the congressman. So dito nagkwento daw tong si DE, anong supposed to be allegedly kalakaran doon, na kung saan yung dating congressman daw ay tumatanggap ng more or less 10 to 20%. Meron pong district engineer na nagsabi noon kay Congressman Leviste, would that suffice, Mayor? Tatayo ho ba yun?
Well, kailangan may corroborative evidence, testimony coming from other people who have personal knowledge on what really transpired. Kailangan din yan. Kaya nga, kailangan talaga na investigador. Hindi pwedeng basta-basta kung sino na lang. Hindi rin basta-basta kung sinong lawyer. Kasi hindi na lawyers naman. Kung hindi walang training sa investigation, hindi sila investigador. Alam mo kasi, ang investigation kasi may mga tradecraft yan. May mga skills yan on how to really gather and collect evidence.
Yung iba po mga congressman, obviously, hindi po masyadong natuwa doon sa lumalabas po na balita dahil parang nalalahat po sila, 300 plus of them. I'll go to Congressman Richard Gomez, and I'll put this up on the screen, but I know that there's been, nagkaroon po kayo, naging magkaibigan po kayo muli. Ang sinabi niya kasi, and ito pong sabi niya, a part of it, he said that you talk nonstop about corruption in Congress. Why? Because it's an easy headline. Meanwhile, your own city is drowning in problems. The air quality is getting worse. There's not enough public transport. Maybe it's time to fix your own house before pointing fingers at others. Mahiya ka naman. In previous interviews, sir, you did say that sa iyong pakiramdam, ikaw ang pinariringgan ni Congressman Richard Gomez. Would that be correct, sir?
Yeah, wala kaduda-duda naman. Sa akin talaga, directed yung allegation na yan ni Cong Richard.
And how did you feel when you read that, sir?
Ay, nasaktan ka agad ako dahil kaibigan ko siya. Honorary member ng klase namin. So, dapat sana tinawagan na lang niya ako. O kaya, kinonfront na lang niya ako. Unang-una, this is a very personal attack. Napansin mo yung mga wordings niya. The terminologies that he used, talagang very personal, nakakasakit talaga. And second is, sana punta siya sa Baguio para malaman niya kung talaga yung mga ina-allege niya tungkol sa syudad ng Baguio. But nonetheless, alam mo, sabi ko nga, probably there's a reason why he was compelled to say that. Baka merong nag-pressure sa kanya, merong napagsabihan siya, kaya sabi ko nga, intindi na lang natin. Anyway, kahapon naman, nung nakita kami kahapon, he was with Lucy during a particular event. Sponsored by the European Union. This is about the circular economy. And he approached me. I think it was a very kind gesture. So, wala, nag-reciprocate lang naman ako.
Yeah, I think you posted it on your Facebook account, if I'm not mistaken. Was there any talk, sir? Nagkaroon ho ba ng pasensya ka na? O ikaw naman kasi, nilalahat mo kami. What kind of talk happened?
Well, meron siyang nag-whisper siya kasi. Nag-whisper siya sa akin na parang in-acknowledge niya yung presence ko para mista. Tapos nakita ko naman yung mata niya. And I can feel naman yung sincerity. Kaya hinata ko na lang siya. Tapos hinag ko na lang siya para just to say na I acknowledge.
And that ends that, sir?
Yes.
All right.
Alam mo, siguro, sabi ko nga, Pinky ko malamang he was compelled, he was pressured.
All right, Mayor, we need to take a very short...
So ayan po mga kababayan, sinasabi nga ni Mayor Magalong, once siya in-interview ay siya po ay inimbetahan sa kamera ay sasabihin niya na itong mga nalalaman niya. Naku po, matindi ho ito. Sana ay talagang malaman na natin ang mga pangyayari nito.
Kami ang boses ng masa, hindi natatakot. Katotohanan lang, di kami nalulunod. Walang bahid ng sismis, lahat ay totoo. Kahit sino ka pa, pag mali ka babanatan ka. Walang pinipili kulay, wala kaming kinikilingan. Basta para sa bayan, kami lalaban. Pagdama palakpakan, pag mali banatan. Di matitinag, di matatakot, para sa bayan tuloy ang sigaw. Sa harap ng kamera, walang halong takot. Mga baluktot, lahat kayo'y tutumba. Ang hustisya at totoo, yun lang ang mahalaga. Kahit sinong harang, di kami matitinag. Walang pinipili